Abby. Hello, Abby. Hello. How are you? All right. Well, guys, it's already 9:05. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So, thank you so much, everybody, for attending my cooking class. I am so excited because this is my very first time being online and having a cooking class online, going live with YouTube for the first time. I'm going to remember this moment the rest of my life because when I get, like kind of a master chef level, I will think back to this day where all these 16 people sign on to my first online cooking class. And thank you so much. Well, some of you may be my long time customer, some are fans from Facebook or Instagram, and of course, many of you are family and friends. But no matter who or where you are, or logging in from, I really truly appreciate you being here. Well, let's get started because we got a long way to go. So, first, Pad Thai, hands down, the most popular Thai noodles type dish. Definitely not just for in Thailand, but around the globe. So, why is it so hard to cook Pad Thai at home? Well, let me tell you, it's not. First, I am going to show you the video that I cooked Pad Thai from the very beginning to an end, which took about 11 minutes, exactly 11 minutes. And this video is going to show you the technique and how I get that burnt marks and aromatics, in the noodles like the restaurant. So that's our goal, okay, is to make the Pad Thai at home that tastes very close to or just like the restaurant. So let's get to it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and then you're going to watch the screen, but I will be narrating over the video. Okay, I'm going to share my video. It's right here. Okay, first thing first. Okay, can everybody see it, right? Yes? All right. Well, first thing first, you are going to see that I boil the noodles first. I know. But when you boil the noodles first, because you are at home, you're not going to have that kind of heat the restaurant has. So you must cooking Pad Thai in stages. So first stage, make sure that the noodle is cooked. Now, since we're using fresh noodles today, which is very, very fresh, it's like this fresh. It's in the refrigerator section. Okay. So these fresh noodles, it doesn't take that long. So this video, I didn't edit not even 1 second. So this is the actual cooking time, which took exactly about 11 and 44 seconds, 11 minutes and 44 seconds. So as you can see, I just tested the noodles. Now you want to make sure that the noodle is soft to your liking, not al dente like the pasta. Don't do that. But you don't want it to be mushy either. You want to have that kind of like, because we're going to be stir frying it after this boil. So as you can see, this is only like maybe a minute of cooking time. I don't even allow the water to boil again. So this is important. And now once you drain out the fish out the noodles, make sure that you oil it up a little bit because it's going to stick. It's noodles, people. It's just noodles. It's going to stick. So once you have the noodles cooked, right? Like your batter is already have one. That's it. I mean, that's all there is to it because it's going to be easy from here on forward. Now I'm using my wok, and my wok is very seasoned. And you're probably gonna see a few, several of my video using this wok because I love it so much. This is the oil that I use. You can use whatever you want, but I like, what you call it, avocado oil, grapeseed oil. It's very good. Canola oil is also very good, but I kind of like oil that doesn't have any kind of aromatic or taste to it. Now I added the shallots. Now, if you don't have shallots, you can use garlic, and you can use both too. Like my husband, he loves the aromatic from garlic, and sometimes I use both the shallots and the garlic. Now shallots have that. If you don't have shallots, use garlic. If you don't have garlic, you can also use like red onions and stuff like that. But I recommend shallot is is the way to go, and it has that mellow, but still have that kind of a kick at the end that you kind of keep you guessing what it is. So this part is going to be kind of crucial to make sure that the aromatic of the pad thai is up to par. So again, this is like we're adding depth here, okay? So next, I'm gonna add some shrimp. So I'm cooking this with shrimp, but you can do whatever meat you want. Seafood, chicken, beef, or even tofu, or like if you're a vegetarian, you can certainly do this with tofu. Now, why am I cooking it like this and not putting in the oil? Okay, so shrimp takes very short time to cook. So, and plus, I know that because my stove is, I'm cooking with gas. So around the wok, it's really, really hot. Like I'm talking extreme heat. So once I put it there, it's gonna have that burnt mark like the restaurant. And right now my heat is like full on high. So once I'm gonna flip it. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that it is, again, you are going to be cooking this shrimp a little bit more at the end, because I don't want to overcook the shrimp either. I mean, it's like you've already get like get your wok out, getting your stove dirty. You want to do it right. So start with doing, like, that you don't want to overcook the shrimp. So you cook the shrimp separately. And as you can see, I'm not going to cook it completely. I'm just going to cook it at maybe about 70%. And then I'm going to take it out. But now I'm going to cook the eggs. Now, I have to tell you that I don't like it when the egg is kind of smush and kind of scramble around the noodles, and you can't even see that there's eggs in pad thai. I don't like that. I like to make sure that if the eggs is there, then I want to make sure that I can see the egg. I can see the yellow. I can see that, oh, okay, that's egg right there. So as you can see, I'm not even like touching it that much. I just want to make sure that the yolk is break, and that's it. I'm not going to go any further. I'm just going to like make sure that it is cooked, and you're going to see in a few minutes. I'm covering it so that it will cook a little faster. So again, I wanted to show you that you can have this meal in less than 10 minutes. Actually, I did try, that I cook it myself, and I was able to do it in 10 minutes. So I'm pretty sure you can do the same. Now, as you can see, the egg is starting to cook pretty nicely, and now I'm going to take away the shrimp because, again, I don't want to overcook the shrimp. And when the pad thai with overcooked shrimp, it's like you blew it, man. You blew it. So you want to take care of the meat. Now, if you're using tofu, go ahead and leave it in. You don't have to take it out. Or pork or chicken, it's not as high maintenance. So go ahead and leave that in. It's okay. But now you're going to see in a few minutes that I am going to kind of make sure that the egg is cooked, and then I'm going to add back the noodles. Okay, I have to tell you in advance that this is an important part because the noodles is already cooked. Therefore, from here on forward, it's only going to take like less than a minute or two to put everything together. So you must have the sauce right here. You can't be walking away. You can't listen to music. You can't watch YouTube. Nothing, none of that, none of that. Your attention is right here. As you can see, I put oil on here and it still is stuck a little bit. You see that? So you want to make sure. And one more thing which is really important. The noodle is like your best friend if it's not break. So don't touch it too much. You don't want to break the noodles. The noodles taste better when it is intact. Now you're gonna see that I'm gonna cut it down a little because it's pretty kind of long. I don't know. Okay, here we go. So we're using my mother sauce pad thai. For those of you who are who don't worry, I am going to go over the sauce in a few minutes, but here it is. Now, why did I put the sauce against the wok and not on the noodles? That's because I want to make sure that when I kind of do that swirl around the wok, the sauce actually hit the hot surface of the wok, and that will kind of like caramelize the sugar in the sauce which kind of give you that aromatic or that burnt kind of a sensation or aromatic smell of the burnt part. So that's what you want. Okay, so now I added this a little shrimp thing, which is really I call it fake shrimp, because a real dry shrimp is really like, it's really dry, and I don't particularly care for it that much. So I love this thing. Now this one is in my, it's in my Pad Thai cooking set. So so if you, oh yes, and of course the white cube with a little red dot thing, that is the red tofu. Now if you don't know what red tofu is, you have to find out. You have to email me, and I will show you where you can get it, because this is kind of a okay, I lie. If you don't like tofu, you're not gonna like it. But let me tell you about this red tofu. It is good. Now, as you can see, I mean, I have been talking, right? I'm putting back the shrimp, I'm putting the bean sprouts, I'm putting the spring onions. Now, if you don't have spring onion, if you have the chive, which is what the original Pad Thai is, I don't know if you can, right here. This is chive. It's like a you know, like a plant of a garlic. So this is actually tastes really good, but my husband doesn't like it. So, and he doesn't like onions either. But onions is like everywhere, readily available everywhere, giant same way. So you can just get spring onion. It's okay. But let me tell you, this chive tastes so much better. Now, again, when I say stage cooking, it means that you're putting things together, and then you look at the noodles and you're like, okay, maybe it's not dark enough. Maybe this is, because I'm pretty sure you eaten Pad Thai before, right? So you're gonna say, okay, I need a little bit more, or you can taste. Now, once you taste it, you can just say, okay, I need a little bit more sauce. And this is how, and this is where you add a little bit more before you actually done. Now, when I look at this and I said, okay, it looks pretty darn good. The color is right. There's some bird mark in there. The shrimp is back on, and you can see the eggs. Yay. That's what we want. And so, yeah, basically this is done. I'm putting it back on a plate, and it's serving time. This is under 10, well, 10:08. And that's, I'm basically, as I'm slowing down for you guys. You can do this dish in under 10 minutes. As you can see, the wok is not sticking too much. And I know some of you will be asking like, oh, what happened if I don't have a wok? People, buy a wok, please. You know why? People don't just get out and go running a marathon on a flip-flop. Why would you want to do a Pad Thai or any stir fry in it like a decent tasting Pad Thai without a wok? So you're gonna need one. Please, if you email me, I will give you a deep discount. Promise. I promise. Okay. So go to my website, take a look at it. If you like it, you don't even have to buy from my website. Buy from anywhere. I would prefer not non-stick, because not non-stick. It's better than non-stick wok. So I normally you see people serve it with crushed peanuts on the side, but my husband doesn't like crushed peanuts, and I prefer whole. So this is what I normally do: a little squeeze of lime, a little fresh bean sprout on the side, and a whole peanut on the top. So in your face, peanut crunch, and that's it. So easy. What do you think? All right, I am going to stop sharing. How do I do this? Stop sharing. Yes. Okay. All right. We will stop sharing. Now, before we go any further, I want to go ahead and go over a little bit of what you call it, the ingredients first before we go to the sauce. So the ingredients. All right. So the first ingredient you see is the Pad Thai noodles. It's this, right? And I see some questions about, if you don't have fresh Pad Thai, can you use dry? Absolutely. You can do dry, which is this right here. And okay, so if you have a choice, of course, fresh is the way to go. Now, when you look at, when you go to a market, like say Bangkok 54, you're going to see this Pad Thai and you're going to see a few other Pad Thai, which is doesn't say Pad Thai, but you could use it as long as it say rice steak or rice noodles. And personally, I like the one that is a little bit thinner. And this is kind of wide, this is pretty wide. I don't know if you can see it. This is pretty wide. But if you go to my other YouTube channel and I cook other Pad Thai on a very thin noodles, and I like that. I like that thin noodles. But this Pad Thai is a little thick, and this is really original. That is using this size. This is probably the best size for starter because the thinner it is, the harder it's going to get to achieve that Pad Thai look because it's going to be a little bit too mushy. You're going to touch it too much, and so it's a little bit hard to control. So use this one if you're starting out, this one first. Now, if you don't have fresh, yes, noodle, this is fine. This is dry noodles submerged in room temperature water for like 15 minutes until it's softened. Whatever you see here, the size will slightly increase by about 10-20 minutes. And so it's going to get a little bit wider. Okay. Now I have to tell you too that dry noodles they tend to be a little bit less, their integrity is weak. So you have to kind of be very gentle with them because they break very easily. So be mindful of that. Now, you got that. You got the shrimp, and it come in a big thing like this. And of course, we selling at Bangkok 54. I love this thing. You probably see this in like a som tam or like a other salad. Oh my God, it's just so great. It just basically, if you eat it by itself, you could eat this by itself. And it's salty and crispy. You can't go wrong with that. This is so good. Okay, look, so the next one is how can the recipe be adjusted for dietary restriction, vegetarian, gluten-free? Oh, great question, Emma. Thank you for asking. Okay, so the sauce that I'm going to show you today is a classic Pad Thai sauce, okay? And the one that is being sold at Bangkok 54 is Pad Thai vegetarian version. Now I have to say that I do have a sauce that is a, yes. So this is a mother sauce, Asian stir fry, gluten-free, and also vegan as well. Now it's very hard to make Pad Thai gluten-free because the fish sauce and the tamarind, sometimes it has traces of gluten in it. For that very reason, I cannot make it non-gluten. Okay, so if you find a way to make it non-gluten, please do let me know. But I mean, okay, you can use this sauce, non-gluten and also vegan. You can add tamarind into it, sugar, fish sauce. Again, see, fish sauce is fish and it has some traces of wheat. Therefore, it can't. However, there is a fish sauce bottle that is a vegetarian made from pineapple. I have that on my website, and Bangkok 54 also carry a little bottle of that, and it's comparable. It's better than nothing. So go check it out or send me an email and we can work together. I mean, if there's a will, there's a way, right? All right. Now, okay, what else? Can we add other vegetable in Pad Thai? Absolutely, May. Absolutely. So basically, if you want to add vegetable, please don't go crazy and add, say, bamboo shoots, for example. It just doesn't go. Or eggplant, it does not go. Okay, I'll tell you what's go. Bean sprout, kale, carrots, onions, maybe bell pepper, maybe some, I think asparagus would do just fine too. But in terms of vegetable Pad Thai, you can add basically whatever you like, but nothing too mushy and nothing that. And you should cook the vegetable before you mix in with the noodles itself. Okay. What if you have a selfish allergy? Can you use other meats? Yes, you can. You can use pork, chicken, beef. You can use anything you want. So, I mean, sky's the limit, my dear. The sky is the limit. Okay. The question before, okay, my husband just reminded me there. The question before, is that cheese? No. Thai people do not use cheese. We don't use cheese. Where did you get that? Oh, you mean that white cube little thing? It's called tofu. Okay. Okay. Shock 93. Can you use dry noodle? Yes. Is there anything else? Okay. Okay. Good. 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 I think I got everybody. All right. So should we go temperature? What's the temperature? The stove temperature. Oh yes, the stove temperature. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The stove is 20,000 BTU and it's the highest level. And what is that stuff? What? Okay. Noodles. The stove. Cob at medium. Cob at medium. Knob at medium. Oh, okay. When you add the noodles, you want to go ahead and crank it high so that you have that birthmark. But then again, when you kind of stir fry it, you see that birthmark, dial it down to medium. Yes. Great question, Abby. Great question. Yes, look delicious. Okay. How should leftover be stored? What is the best way to reheat pad thai with? Okay. If you're making this pad thai, okay, so whatever you see in there, I only use half of this. And that dish was enough for me and my husband, just the two of us. So I recommend highly, highly that you don't have any leftover. Don't cook too much. Oh, by the way, even if you have a big wok, only cook as much as you think you'll eat because it is very high maintenance. Once have a leftover the next day, it's like it doesn't taste like pad thai anymore. It tastes like a mush. You don't want that. So, and if you make my recipe, I guarantee you there's no leftover here. No leftover. All right. If you put in beef or chicken, do you marinate them beforehand? Absolutely. Absolutely. You would want to help them out as much as you can. Okay. Just like the shrimp that I char them, I try to get the burnt mark on them. Same thing with the beef and chicken and pork. I marinate it. And once meat are marinated, that means it has some sugar in it, meaning that it's going to have that burnt mark. If you, again, heat on high and once you cook that, probably wanted to cook at 75% and then put in the noodles. You don't have to take it out because it's not shrimp, where shrimp can overcook, but not beef, not chicken or pork, for example. If you put in beef or chicken, did you marinate? Yes, okay. Leftover, okay. All right, I think I got everybody. What else did you add with the tofu? It was brownish. Brown. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Nicole. It's there. It's called sweet radish. Now, radish is, people said, can I not use it? Can I? Yeah, you can omit this, you can omit this, I mean, again, you wouldn't go out running a marathon without, putting on a, like kind of a very colorful top and bottom. You want it to look good, right? And same thing, you want to look good for your pad thai. And therefore, and this can keep like 3 years. It's probably outlast you and I because it's pickle. So you would want a pack of this, okay? And I think you can buy these off of Amazon, and my website we have it too, and well, of course Bangkok before have it. This is the brown stuff you need. Sometimes it comes in like it's a shredded, but mean it's like a stringy. I like to cut it a little bit because the only stringing in the pad thai should be the noodles and nothing else. So I normally cut it up a little bit, or you can buy the one that says chopped, so it's already chopped up for you. So, and these keep like forever. You can just divide them up a little bit, just package with saran wrap and then put it in the freezer and it's good to go. You don't even have to thaw it. Okay. All right. What else? What else can I cook with that preserved radish? Oh, absolutely. This is so good with like ground pork or ground chicken. It could be basically it can be used like a vegetable. It's so good. It's sort of as a sweet and salty at the same time. I think you're gonna love it. And then you add a little bit of eggs. Oh my goodness. So good. It's good. Try it. Try it. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. All right. Should we get to the sauce? Can you provide a link on instruction on how to rewatch the session? Absolutely. Everybody will get an email after this messages. And of course, everything here will be up for kind of, you can watch it again and again and again forever. Okay. All right. But let me go ahead and just go over the sauce. Okay. I don't know why it's not showing. Okay. There's the sauce. All right. Pad Thai sauce. Okay, here you go. All right, are you guys ready? Because the sauce is this is the most important part. You are here. So here you go. I'm going to click play. This is rock sugar. Now you might say, I thought that pad thai sauce using palm sugar, but I find that palm sugar is really it's really kind of a high maintenance because not all palm sugar are created equal. And for that very reason, I find that sugar is very standard. You can never go wrong, and I think it tastes great. So if you never tried this before, use rock sugar and you won't be disappointed. Now, if you have palm sugar, please do use palm sugar at the same amount. So I used one, and that was a 14-ounce bag. So basically, you cook brown sugar. You cook the rock sugar with 2 cups of water, reduce it down to this consistency right here. You see that? So it's very rich. You can, like, this is with tamarind. It's so rich. So once you have that, right, you wanted to add 1 cup of fish sauce almost immediately while it is warm. Now at this time, I would go ahead and reduce the heat to just low or basically turn it off, because as you can see, I use the placemat to kind of signify that once this is done, you should go. The rest of the ingredient must be added after it's slightly cool off a little bit. So that was vinegar and smoked paprika. Smoked paprika is the secret ingredient, by the way. It has that smokiness to it, and it had a hint of spice, so like spiciness. So please use it because and it gives color to your noodles. So you'll love that. And then you go for half cup of seasoning soy, half cup of oyster sauce, half cup of rice cooking wine. Um, By the way, when you mix in the smoked paprika, you should mix that in with the vinegar so that it's easier to mix into the pot. Okay, if you do it into the pot, it's really hard to mix. And that's it. That's all she wrote. And it's that easy to do. But unfortunately, this part I have to edit the video. The reason being is because it took about an hour and a half, 2 hours to make the sauce. So yeah, that's why I'm selling my sauce. It's for that very reason, because I know that some of you do not have the luxury of time, and for that reason, I'm making it easier for you. So hopefully, but hey, if you can make it yourself, that particular batch can probably make about 10 to 15 pad thai, the same amount that we just cooked. So, but again, though, I mean, the thing that I use is like, for example, mushroom sauce. You're gonna have to get this bottle. It doesn't come any smaller, I don't think. Um, This is a seasoning soy, and don't worry, guys. I'm gonna send you all the ingredients and recipe and stuff like that. And this is the brand that I use, by the way. I'm not just picking it out because it looked pretty. No, this is the brand that I use at home. This is oyster sauce ตามแม่ครัว This is like my favorite. Now, if you want to use like Panda Express, please by all means, don't just go out there and get a new bottle to make this. It will be fine. Another thing that you might also want to rice wine cooking. I kind of like this brand right here. Bangkok 54 has it. It's big. And this can be used with a lot of other stuff, like any stir fry with meat. Use this like kaprao, beef broccoli. Oh man, it would taste so good. It elevates the dish. It kind of keep it depth, so please, good thing to have. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about tamarind. Tamarind concentrated. Okay, here is tamarind concentrated. You might see in the in the grocery store like a brick. Don't get those. It's just too much work. Get this. It's already kind of seedless, ready to go. You can just pour it in, and it's good to go. You need this full amount. Like the batch that I'm doing is I use like 10 of this. So I only make big ones, big big recipe portions. All right. So, any questions at all? Yeah, there are so many ingredients. Is there an easier way? Yeah. Right here. Is that easy enough? Is that easy enough? I hope it's easy enough. I'm telling you guys, I think it's worth it if you really want to cook for like for your family, for a big family. Go ahead. And this you can reuse for a lot of other dishes. Okay. But if you just like, hey, I don't want to mess around with it. I just want to use one sauce. This is good. And for today, I am giving away $10 discount, which is a lot for a small business. So I gave you guys, if you're on the email, I gave you guys the discount code. So please use the code to buy when you go to the website, mothersauce9.square.site. And can you ship to Hawaii? Yes, dear, I ship to all 50 states. It's a little bit more expensive, but you'll be happy to know that if you buy anything more than $30, yes, the shipping is free, even to Hawaii. Yes. Are you moving there, Emma? Okay. I didn't think so. But yes, that's a great question. Yes, I do ship to Hawaii and everywhere. Yes. All right. What other 3 bottles on you? Oh, okay. On my. You mean on my left? Oh, you mean on this? Okay. Let me tell you about it. Okay. So I love fresh chilies, and we love to eat spicy. My husband used to eat more spicy than before, but now he doesn't eat it spicy anymore. But he has green thumb, so we love growing like specialized chilies like ghost pepper, Carolina Reapers. Even though it's really not used so much in Thai cooking, because it just once you use those pepper, you can't taste anything else. You're like you're dying. But we love it. We love it. So for that very reason, we grow them at home. And last summer, we grow a few, only like maybe 10 plants, and it was just so much pepper, so much. So my husband was like, well, let's freeze them, or let's go ahead and just make like a sriracha sauce, but kick up a notch sriracha sauce. And I said, that's a great idea. I love sriracha sauce, so I'm making it. So my first bottle, I call it Be Brave chili sauce, spicy sauce. And so from that point onward, I added addition because I have a lot of chili pepper. And this is one of the, this is an orange smoke orange. It's orange because I'm using the ripe habanero, jalapeno, ghost pepper, and some red bird eye chilies, Thai chili peppers. And this is also, I roast the chili and galanga, so that added aromatic. So this is in Thai is called prik nam som. Prik nam som is really is used in most of the noodles dish to accompany my like other sauces like pad see ew, drunken noodles, pad Thai. They all add this, and you see, Thai people use a lot of condiments, and this is one of the condiments, which is sitting in vinegar, and man, it's so aromatic because it's so toasty. This is roast wok, by the way, not oven roast, but wok roasted on a wok. So it's really, really intense. Now this one is this is the same. This is the same, except I call it green smoke. Yeah, I know, not very creative, but this is green smoke because I'm using green chili pepper, and because I actually love the aromatic part of the green chili. So for that very reason, because this is a little more spicy, and this one is a little more aromatic, and I know someone on this chat, I mean on this YouTube loves it too. All right, this one is my newest addition, which is a mango chili sauce. Why? Because we have a lot of mangoes during summer. Like my sister said, get this and use it somehow. Use it somehow. So I somehow I used it, and I created this mango sauce to be eaten with like grilled meat during the summer. Okay, so hopefully you guys will be doing a lot of barbecue this summer, and this is a great addition. All right. What makes Pad Thai sauce so different from other brands? Oh, big difference, because I make my handcraft and very, very okay. First of all, no MSG, no color added, no artificial flavor of any kind. I don't even add water because I want it pure. I'm okay. So I have, so you may already know I am very a snob. Upfront. I'm a snob in terms of cooking. So anything that is a shortcut or like to no, none of that. None of that. Because I'm already getting myself dirty. You might as well go all the way. You don't want to do shortcut. Okay? And besides, it's easy to show love with food. So do it right. Do it right. That's why my sauce doesn't have any MSG, any added MSG, because I think it's like, say, for example, this seasoning soy, which I love actually, does have a little trace of MSG, but I don't add anything in. I don't add any MSG, and I don't have it in my house ever. So you know that my sauce doesn't have any additives into the bottles because it is mixed and bottled right here in Northern Virginia, not in Thailand, not in anywhere, right here in our commercial kitchen at Bangkok 54. All right. After open the bottle, how long? Okay, you can keep it a long time. So if you put it in a refrigerator, which when you go to Bangkok 54, this sauce they're actually sitting in a refrigerator section near the vegetable section. So you can when you use it, put it back in the refrigerator, and will probably I only put 6 months on the bottle, but it probably can go for a year. It doesn't go bad. It does not go bad. Okay. But then again, you love it so much that you're probably gonna get rid of it within a month or so. You're probably gonna need a new bottle. I guarantee it. All right. What are other bottles? All right. Other bottles? Well, I started with one bottle because I feel like, like somebody coming in and say, hey, I want to make beef broccoli. Can I just what to use at home, and of course, he wanted to know like how many sauce. Like I said, okay, you need seasoning soy, you need oyster sauce, you need mushroom sauce, fish sauce, you need a lot of sauce. And he's like, what, for a stir fry? You need all those bottles? I said, yes, you need all those bottles because that's why, when you go to Trader Joe and get their stir fry bottle and just one sauce, it does not taste good. So I was like, okay, you know what? For Bangkok 54, I'm going to make this bottle to sell at Bangkok 54 only, exclusively. Okay. So I started with like 6 bottles. My husband's like, well, the squeeze bottle is only coming at 12. Are you sure you want it? I said, 12 bottles. Okay. I'll do six. I'll do six first. So start with the 6. First weekend sold out. I'm like, that's a fluke. I'm like, who moved my sauce, man? So second week, put another 6 bottle. Sold out again. So I said, okay. I'm a type of person where if there's a need, I will have an answer to it. I will make sure that there's a solution to that. And hence, born mother sauce, the original flavor. I even have a T-shirt made after this and said, one sauce to rule them all. To rule them all. Yes. So yeah, that was a little bit of a kind of a funny slogan that I kind of made up. But then again, after the first bottle, I made all these different bottles, which like because my sister's husband, he's like, the customer want to buy drunken noodles. I said, oh, drunken noodles, no problem. You take this sauce, you add a little bit of a sweet soy, you add a little bit of fish sauce, you add a little bit of rice wine cooking, and you got drunken noodle sauce. And he's like, no, you don't understand. He just want one bottle, like you promised. I said, okay. I made another bottle. And now I have Pad Thai Noodle. I have drunken noodle vegan. I have vegan Asian stir fry, vegan and gluten free. I have Asian stir fry, Pad Thai Noodle, and Pad Thai Noodle vegan. You just name it. My goodness, all these bottles. Right now, I can't even keep up. But I have to tell you though, most of the vegan, because they have a limited shelf space at Bank 54, all of the vegan and non-vegan and gluten-free are only being sold on my website, which is mothersauce9.square.site. So if you want to buy vegan and gluten-free, you have to go to the website only. But the good news is, if you buy more than 30, it's free shipping. There you go. Will you do more classes for us? Absolutely. Why don't you send me an email of what you want to learn next? And I can make Pad Thai Noodle, I can make drunken noodles, I can even make gao. You know what? I can make curry. I can make. We don't have to use my sauce. We can do whatever you want. You tell me what you want to learn, and I will make it happen. How's that? All right. I'm hoping that I can do like maybe okay. So we are already 3 minutes over the time. I wanted to be very respectful of the time because I'm like, oh my God, your class is like 45 minutes. I said yes, but I'm going to stay as long as you need in terms of answering questions. So please, if you need to go. But if you need to ask questions, you stay behind, and I'm gonna go over the questions. What I'm gonna do is after the session, after we end the stream live, I'm gonna go ahead and package the whole thing with the recipe and everything, and then I'm gonna put it back on the YouTube so you can go to my channel and rewatch this whole entire session. Okay. All right. Thank you, Nicole. My Panda 32. You're so good to me. Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing everybody next session. And if you wanted to learn any new dish, please let me know what you want to learn and master at cooking at your own home. I promise it's gonna taste good. It's gonna taste good. Thank you. Bye.